Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and all the guests present here. Welcome to the Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club meeting. I am Maanvi Kumar, your sergeant at arms for today's meeting. I'm sure you all are as excited as I am for the meeting today. The meeting will be blocked for 2 hours and you are expected to stay for the entire duration. I would like to start by stating the mission of Toastmasters Club. We provide a supportive and a positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self confidence and personal growth. Before we start, I also want to highlight few key points. Your video should be on and audio should be off. Your audio should only be on when you are called to speak or need to speak. Regarding the topic of sex, religion, and politics, even though Toastmasters International does not put any restriction on speaking on these topics, we at Gabby's Online Toastmasters Club request all the speakers, role takers, and guests to be mindful and responsible and abstain from expressing any controversial views on these sensitive topics. I also urge you to be cognizant of the fact that we as a club practice diversity and inclusion both in letter and in spirit, hence ensuring there are no sexist, racist, or any such undertone that creates hostility and discomfort among the members or the guests. With this, I would like to call upon stage the presiding officer for today's meeting. She is working as a senior data analyst and as an image consultant and personal branding coach. She is the president of the Gabbys Toastmasters Club. She is none other than Distinguished Toastmaster Nancy Goel. Can we give a huge round of applause for Distinguished Toastmaster Nancy? The stage is all yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Maanvi, our Sergeant at Arms, for opening this meeting with so much energy. May I request everyone to have a round of applause for our Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Maanvi. It's an absolute pleasure for me to be presiding over 48th meeting of Gabby's Online Toastmasters Club. I declare this meeting open. How many of you consider yourself intelligent? That's a trick question. Well, I don't want you to answer this in open forum. I can already see you all smiling. Today, we are going to have an interesting theme regarding our Tryst with intelligence. I'll not be talking about this theme any further because we already have a designated role taker for the same. However, that was just to build a little bit of your interest in today's meeting. I already see a couple of guests who have no idea about how the meeting goes. Let's first hear it from them. Let's learn from them. Where are they from, or who are they? How did they get to know about Gabbys? May I request Dr. Shreya Pradhan to quickly introduce herself?
Hi, Nancy. Thank you for inviting me to this forum. My name is Shreya Pradhan, and I am born and brought up in Jamshedpur, Jharkhand. Currently, I am based out of Bangalore. Experience-wise, I have over more than 10 years of experience of working in public health research. And how did I come to know about Toastmasters is a friend of mine have been when I was working in Rajasthan. I was working in a nutrition project in Jaipur, based out of Rajasthan. So he tried to get me into Toastmasters. At that time, I didn't put much of a thought to this platform, but yes, then moving forward in my career, this is the time I believe that it is high time for me to get into leadership roles, and then I believe that public speaking is something I have to build on. And I came across Gabby through, I mean, I was just researching on the web about the good Toastmasters Club, and Gabby happens to be one of them. So this is how I came across Gabbys. Thank you.
It's lovely to know you, Dr. Shreya. Welcome to the Gabbys. I must say, a seed planted then is finally catching up roots now. So let's see how we get the flowers from the seed. Welcome. Hope you have a wonderful meeting today. We also have Mohanty Kaur. A quick 30-second introduction, Mohanty, about yourself, where you are from, and how you got to know about Gabbys. Mohandeep, are you there? Okay, she's muted. I request Zoom Master to let her unmute. Yes, thank you. Looks like we are not able to hear you. We'll come back to you once you resolve your technical issue. Maybe we can come back to you towards the end of the meeting. Welcome to the Gabbys. Mohandeep. Okay, we'll ask our Zoom moderator to help you with your tech issues at the side. Maanvi, can you help her on the sides? I also see a couple of our guests who are regular Toastmasters and regular guests to our meetings visiting Toastmasters. We have Toastmaster Sunil Gupta. Welcome once again. And we also have Toastmaster Harshit, who's picked up Evaluator 2 role. He will be introduced later towards the role whenever he's performing Evaluator role. I see Swati De. Swati, a quick introduction from your side.
Thank you, Nancy, for this opportunity. I'm very glad to join all of you. I have been a Toastmaster since 2006. That is when we started a corporate Toastmasters club in Intera IT. That is a company where I work in. We are based out of Noida. And since 2006, I have had a great gallivanting journey through Toastmasters. But recently, our club is almost winding down because there has been a change in management. So that is where I started looking for an online club to further my growth. And I'm very glad to inform all of you that I chanced upon Gabbys, which sounded very casual and very kind of welcoming a club. So that is how I decided to join as a guest today. And so I work as a legal head of an IT company. And I've completed my education in National Law School, Bangalore. And I've completed also my DTM in Toastmasters. And I was fortunate to be the district champion in table topics in 2012. That was very long ago. So that is as far as an introduction. And I was quite allured by the theme of the day, that is the tryst with intelligence, because, after you have a teenage daughter, my daughter Madhu, I often wonder whether the word intelligence and any tryst with it is possible for parents, because teenagers think that their parents are quite divorced from the word intelligence. Anyhow, so I'm very happy to be here today, and I wish the very best to all of you and look forward to join you as a member soon.
Thank you. Thank you so much, DTM Swati. I hope you have a wonderful experience today. Next, we have Toastmaster Sadil. Welcome again, Toastmaster Sadil and Toastmaster Lasantha from Sri Lanka. Both of them are joining us from Sri Lanka. We also have Kendall. Kendall, a quick 30-second introduction from your side.
Yes, good morning. I'm Kendall Kito. I am a Toastmaster from Trinidad and Tobago. I learned about the Gabbys, I believe, during the pandemic when I joined your global forum. And I was interested when I saw the theme for today. So that's my short journey on Toastmasters. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kendall. Welcome to the Gabbys meeting. Mohandeep will come to you later towards end of the meeting. With this, I would like to move on with the announcements. I would like to welcome our 4 new members who have joined Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club. Please put your hands together and welcome Toastmaster Nandini Goel, who's with us in the meeting right now. Toastmaster Michael Joshua, who's also with us in the meeting right now. Toastmaster Rani Jindal, she is not yet joined. And we had Toastmaster Janvi Bhagia, who's again not in the meeting, but we heartwarmingly welcome all these 4 Toastmasters who have joined the Gabbys family in the last 1 week. It's time to introduce our Toastmaster of the day. I'll skip introduction about Toastmasters International, which is a 100-year-old organization. We'll get to know more about meeting structure, and I'll leave it to Toastmaster of the day to explain the meeting structure. It's time to introduce our Toastmaster of the day. And our Toastmaster of the day is someone who I know as an entrepreneur. I met him at a different forum with excellent storytelling skills. He is someone who's passionate as Toastmaster. His words speak volumes. The moment you hear him, you'll get to know what I'm talking about. Please put your hands together. Who came up with such an interesting theme for today, our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Satish Kannan. Over to you, Toastmaster Satish.
Thank you so much, Presiding Officer, distinguished Toastmaster Nancy, for that introduction. And I can already feel the pressure mounting. The walls are closing in. I heard the Swati said she was interested in this topic. I heard, did I hear Sudhakar say that he was intrigued by this topic? So I feel I've got to perform today. I've got to deliver. So without much ado, let me get going straight away. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and my dear Toastmasters. I am going to talk to you about intelligent quotient, IQ specifically. Don't worry, there will not be an actual IQ test. You can rest assured. I see someone smiling. A few of them are relieved. Put your hands up virtually. Just put your hands up if taking IQ tests. My God, look at that. Nandini already put up her hands even before I asked that question. Put your hands up if taking IQ tests makes you nervous, makes you uncomfortable. Lovely. Perfect. Sunil also put his hands up there. Samita just did. I am going to talk to you about a little anecdote back in 2009. You know, I was super excited. I finally received the big call. I was asked to present myself in Paris, France, for a final interview in front of a hand-picked senior management team of Capgemini. Before that, I had to pass an evaluation, a written evaluation. Saying I was excited would be an absolute understatement. So I show up at the center where we were going to take this evaluation test, all excited and expecting a general personality test, a leadership evaluation test, which is what typically happens in these roles. I was going for a vice president roles interview at Capgemini. So I did that evaluation. I was quite happy. It was one of those MBTI, one of those Clifton Standard tests. I kind of went through that whole thing. And then as I was wrapping up, as I was leaving the test center, the lady goes, "Oh, there's one more test, and it's an IQ test." My jaw dropped. I mean, I've not done an IQ test since, I was in 12th grade. And I said, what? For senior positions, you do IQ test? I mean, how did I get this far without an IQ? She said, no, that's a standard process. Don't worry, just do it. Don't fret over it. I did that test, finished it. And I'll tell you later during the meeting if you ask me what was the results of the test. Years later, let me get to the story. Let me get to the meat of the story. Years later, I came across this research by the Stanford psychology professor called Lewis Terman. Lewis Terman. I'm going to repeat that 100 times today, so remember that name. This was on a wonderfully written book. I'm sure you've read this, or maybe you're going to read it, by Malcolm Gladwell. Again, remember this name. If you haven't heard of this name or read his books, I would highly recommend reading Malcolm Gladwell's books. Malcolm Gladwell gave me this, or I guess I found this story in that book. It was a lovely story. This was 1920s. Lewis Terman was highly interested and vested in the idea of intelligence testing. Remember, it was not called IQ then. He coined that term later on. He became super invested in the idea of seeking out young geniuses and tracking their lives, careers, and achievements. He interviewed and sorted through 250,000 elementary and middle school students in the whole state of California and whittled down that list to a final shortlist of 1,500 kids. From 250,000 kids, he whittles down the list to 1,500 kids with IQs exceeding 140. Just for your information, average human IQ is about 100. Anything below 100 is below average. Anything below 80 is really worrisome. 110 is slightly above average. 120 is considered the high IQ range. 140 and 150 above is considered a genius, right? You could be a Mensa candidate if you are over 150 IQ. And he does this. He whittles down that 1,500 kids, and this study would become one of the most famous in history. I will drop the coin right there at this point, and I will pick up. Let's put a pin in this story right now. I'll pick up the story a little later in the meeting. But before that, let me tell you about the structure of today's meeting. I will continue the story later. In a regular Toastmaster meeting, we have 3 sections. Prepared speech section. Second one is your table topic section. And the third is your evaluation. Before I kick off the first part of the agenda, let me introduce you to a very important person who has been silently making a note of everyone. Remember, you're being watched by this lady. She is our general evaluator of this meeting. A few words about our general evaluators. Sudharma lives, Toastmaster Sudharma lives in Venepua, Sri Lanka, and is a fellow chartered accountant. I say fellow loosely. I'm a CPA. She's a chartered accountant, so slightly, I guess, more, she passed a more difficult test than I did. She has an MBA from the University of Sri Jayathilake, Sri Lanka. She's interested in learning new things, getting to know new people, and traveling to new places. Sudharma is the Vice President Education of the Gabbys Online Toastmaster Club. Meet the General Evaluator, Toastmasters Sudharma Perera. May I call you onto the virtual stage, please?
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Satish. As General Evaluator, today I evaluate whole meeting, every speaker before the meeting. I can't do this work alone. I have TAGL team. First, I would like to invite my first team member, Timer. Today, our timer is very brand new Toastmaster, Abhishek Aditya, who is a data scientist by profession. By heart, he is a pet parent. Toastmaster Abhishek, would you like to explain your role now?
Thanks, General Evaluator Sudharma, for giving my introduction. Yeah, I'll be having the role of a timer today. And as a timer, I'll be timing the table topic speakers, formal speeches, and evaluations as well. I will also alert each speaker of the time they have left using my green, yellow, and red cards, respectively. Okay. For table topic speakers, they should limit their remarks to no more than 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will raise the green card. At 1 minute 30 seconds, I will raise the yellow card. And similarly, for at 2 minutes, I will raise the red card. And for the ice-breaking speeches, it shouldn't be more than 4 to 6 minutes in length. At 4 minutes, I'll be raising the green card. At 5 minutes, I'll be raising the yellow. And at 6 minutes, I'll be raising the red card. Most other speeches should be of 5 to 7 minutes in length. Similarly, for 5 minutes, it's again green, 6 for yellow, and 7 for red. The individual evaluations should be between 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I'll be raising the green card. At 2 minutes 30 seconds, I will raise the yellow, and at 3 minutes, I'll be raising the red card. Yeah, this is how the timer will be showing up the cards for the respective speakers. We also have 30 seconds of grace time at the lower end for the table topic speakers. And 30-second grace time is also available for evaluation and the prepared speech at the upper end and the lower end. Yeah, over to you, General Evaluator Sudharma.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhishek, for explaining the role very deeply and very well. And now let's move to our account of today's meeting. He is a psychological enthusiast, and not only that, she is the Sergeant at Arms of Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club, Toastmaster Maanvi Kumar. Please explain your role as accountant.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guest present here. I, being the counter of the meeting, have a specific purpose, and the purpose of me being the counter is to listen and make notes of all the unnecessary words and sounds used by the speakers and role takers in today's meeting. My report will be divided into 5 major areas. First will be the filler words, that will be ahs, ers. Second would be the inappropriate interjections that are well, so, you know, and third would be the use of crutches that are basically actually this thing, that thing. Next is the repetitive phrases that most of the time we use I. This means. I'll be noting that too. And the fifth, but not the least, would be the unintentional long and short pauses made by any speaker who will be speaking throughout the meeting. I'll present my report whenever the general evaluator calls upon in the evaluation session. That was my purpose, being the account of the meeting. Over to you, general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Maanvi, for explaining the role. Now, let's move to our grammarian. Another other terms of our 3 clubs. The Gabbys is international Toastmaster scientist, and she's loving cooking as well as traveling. Let's move to our grammarian role. Toastmaster Bimpy, please explain your role and introduce the word of the day.
Thank you. Thank you so much, General Evaluator of the Day, Sudharma Perera. Good evening to all fellow Toastmaster and guests present here. As grammarian, it's my responsibility to pay close attention to all the speakers and listening carefully to their language usage. I will take note of any misuse of the English language and as well any outstanding words, quotes, and saying and thoughts. As grammarian, it's also my duty to introduce the word of the day. For today's meeting, the word is quick-witted. I repeat, quick-witted, which means having a sharp and clever mind. An example of using this word is saved an embarrassing situation with quick-witted tact. Saving an embarrassing situation with quick-witted tact. Each speaker is encouraged to use this word of the day. I will give word of the day report and grammatical usage report when called upon during the meeting. Thank you. Back to you, General Evaluator of the Day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bimpy. I hope you will put into chat also word of the day. Now let's move to our listener. Today our listener is fellow chartered accountant and he has 19 years experience. Not only that, he is having same hobbies as me. Cycling, yoga, reading. Toastmaster Sudhakar, please explain your role as listener.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for the introduction. Good evening, fellow Toastmaster and guest. As General Evaluator said, my role is I am a listener of the day today. As you know, in communication, active listening is very important, is one of the foundation. So I will be listening very carefully for everyone and to check how attentive you are in the meeting. I'll come back with some question at the end of the meeting. Thank you, and back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sudhakar, for explaining the role. We are waiting for that questions. Now, I would like to hand over to Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Satish. Over to you.
Thank you, General Evaluator Sudharma, for that detailed, at the same time, quick-witted introduction of your team. Now, on to the business end of this meeting. Let me call the first speaker of the day. Before that, confirming the presence of the speech evaluator, Toastmaster Sadil. Jayathilake, you will be evaluating our first speaker, Toastmaster Mohan Rao. May I confirm if you both are present? Just give me a hands up.
Yes, Satish.
Perfect. A quick introduction on Toastmaster Mohan. Toastmaster Mohan Rao is originally from Andhra Pradesh, raised in Hyderabad, now based in Bangalore. Mohan holds a bachelor's degree in business management With 2 years of experience as a digital marketing executive in recruitment, he's now transitioned to Amazon, where he spent the last 4 years as a senior marketing associate. In his free time, he enjoys watching movies, traveling, and attending workshops to further his knowledge of business and marketing. Toastmaster Mohan is attempting an icebreaker speech from Level 1, Project 1 of the Presentation Mastery Path. The purpose of this project is for the member to introduce himself to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speech. Timer. Please note that the timing of the speech is 4 to 6 minutes. Toastmaster Mohan, are you ready?
Yes, Satish. Thank you, Toastmasters Satish, for the introducing to me.
Can I just finish your title and I'll hand over the stage to you, I promise, very quickly. Toastmaster Mohan, Communication Challenges and Toastmaster Journey. Communication Challenges and Toastmaster Journey, Toastmaster Mohan. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmasters Satish, for the brief introduction about me.
Toastmaster Mohan, we seem to have lost you. We can't hear you. I think he's probably having a network issue. He's frozen on the screen. Shall we move to is the second speaker ready? Can we move and maybe come back to Mohan? Is that okay, Presiding Officer?
Yes. In the meanwhile,
all right, let's do
I
that.
would request our Sergeant at Arms to get in touch with speaker 1.
All right, so let's move on to the second speaker. Let me just confirm their presence first. Toastmaster Harshit, you will be evaluating Toastmaster Samita Kar. Confirm that you both are present.
Yes, I'm present.
Perfect. A few words on Samita. Toastmaster Samita has 30 plus years of experience in academia as a principal and now as a trainer. She is the mother of 2 wonderful children, and one of them, her son Sauvik, introduced her to Toastmasters. From the path Effective Coaching, Toastmaster Samita is attempting her Level 5, Project 1, which is the Project High Performance Leadership. Project objectives, the purpose of this project is for the member to apply her leadership and planning knowledge to develop a project plan, organize a guidance committee, implement the plan with the help of a team. The purpose of this first speech is for the member to introduce her plan and the vision. Timer, please note, speech length is 5 to 7 minutes. Toastmaster Samita, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
All right, Toastmaster Samita, the D-Day, Toastmaster Samita, over to you.
The date has been fixed. The date has been fixed? Yes, the date has been fixed. Oh my God, next one. This was what we heard around us when my daughter's marriage was fixed. As Indian parents, we dream of a daughter getting married. But have we wondered the amount of work that goes inside it? It's a huge project in itself. The moment the date was fixed, immediately planning started because hardly there were a couple of weeks left for it. First, the context. My daughter, who for the past 29 years had repeatedly told me that she's not going to get married, decided to get married now. So, as a good mother, I took this up, and within these couple of weeks, I'm going to make it happen. The marriage in an Indian family, it is a mixture of modern and tradition. It brings forth all the rituals that you have never thought about after your own marriage, plus new things that the children want to do now due to this internet age. It is not a simple affair anymore. So, first thing first, I decided that I will first gather the people who can help me with the main objective, how to conduct the marriage. Now, my daughter was marrying a Bengali, marrying a Marathi boy. Two different states, two different sets of rules and regulations. The rituals are different. The dress is different. The food is different. And we need to bring everyone together and conduct it properly. Huge task, right? So first, my guidance committee. I went on to find out one person who could help me with the Marathi rituals, the gifts to be given, and everything concerning them. I found Mrs. Trupti Deshpande. I approached her to become the first member. She assured me of all the guidance she will be giving me. Second, for the Bengali rituals, I searched for someone who knew a lot about these weddings, Bengali weddings. And I found Mrs. Vidisha. She was there in different weddings and she knew all the rules and regulations and what is to be done before, after, and during the wedding. I was very happy, but I needed a third person. Why? Two different cultures, clashes are bound to happen. I needed a third guidance member who could guide me in case their two cultures were overlapping and no one is taking a step backward. I found Mr. Sanjay. He also was the one responsible for guiding me on what could be done online and offline. He had a great knowledge about marriages throughout the country. So he helped me well. Three important people in place made my mind at ease. Then came the daunting task, the task of planning. I thought in my mind that let us divide it into before, during, and after. Easy, right? No, not at all. The moment I started listing of the things that I have to do, really, I was frightened. But then the leader in me woke up. Come on, buck up, make your team, and get it going. A few of the things. Yeah, there was the budget that I had to look, the finance part, where what will come, food, clothing, makeup, lighting, hotel booking, jewelries, rituals, where, how many events have to happen. The list was endless. Well, I sat and wrote down everything. And then I decided to choose my team. Who will my team members and what will they do? The first part I took upon myself was the clothes, the jewelries, the rituals, and the ladies think the makeup. The second was my husband who took up the hotel booking, light, the decor, food, invitation, online, offline. And third, my son, who was in charge of sending all the invitations, of all the travel itineraries, who was coming, where, when, what needs to be done. When we had this list in place, then we started listing out what will be the problems we might be facing during this whole episode. We listed out a few problems where mostly it will be regarding food because Bengalis being hardcore non-veg and Maharashtrians did not have non-veg. Second would be the jewelry because Bengalis have a different set of jewelry, and third, they have a different type of jewelry to be worn. And third, since two different cultures are meeting, there might be issues with language, with understanding of culture. So what we decided was we will have a Bengali wedding first and then a Maharashtrian wedding. So both the weddings were made into separate groups. Accordingly, we were planning for it. There will be 3 events in total. First, the marriage. Second will be the reception. And third, another reception for our relatives so that the food problem goes away. This was my planning for my daughter's wedding. And in my next speech, I will be talking about the implementation and the problems that we faced. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Samita. You know, I could really relate to the 2-state wedding. I also married a person from a different state, and I can totally empathize with the amount of organization that one has to do to pull such an event off. So lovely. Thank you so much for that speech. Can I ask now the first speaker, Toastmaster Mohan, are you ready?
Yes, Satish. So power went
Okay,
up.
looks like you had a network issue. You're back. So let's get back. I'll just quickly read out your title and you can get going. Evaluator, hold on just a second. Evaluator was Sadil. Is that right? Is Sadil available?
Yes, I'm here.
All right, perfect. So let's get going with Toastmaster Mohan. Toastmaster Mohan, communication challenges and Toastmaster journey. Communication challenges and Toastmaster journey. Toastmaster Mohan, over to you.
Thank you, Satish, for the brief. Why communication is so important in our lives? If we could see, there are folks tier 2, tier 3 students who completed their graduations. While attending interviews, they are rejecting because lack of communication skills. We know they are good at skill set, they are good at subject knowledge, they are good at. But due to lack of communication skills, rejecting. I was the one person faced the issues. Does anyone also face similar issue? Can you raise a hand? We are all from a same background, like our friends, our colleagues, and we like happy to speak in native language instead of English communication. This was the challenge we are facing now. Good evening, Toastmasters and guest fellows. I am originally from Andhra Pradesh, raised in Hyderabad. Until my graduation, I have communication issue. And finally, here I was attending an interview. I was rejected because of communication. The interviewer said, "You are good at skill set. You are good at everything. The only reason I'm rejecting because of communication. You can able to handle with India clients, but when handling with US, they will be facing an issue." Then I realized I have to focus on communication skills. Then I started reading books, newspapers, listening podcasts, and attending workshops, downloaded English speaking apps, and tried my best, improved a bit better. Later, I got an opportunity in a startup where as a marketing executive. After 6 months or 1 year, again, same feedback from my management, you have to improve communication skills. Then again, I did like I started attending public speaking, virtual workshops, virtual attending few things, but doesn't work at everything because all these are virtually. When you are doing practically, when you are involving, when someone is giving ready to feedback, then only you can improve. Then I did something later. I got an opportunity on Amazon. You know, it's a multinational company. There, I was bit of happy and kind of fear also because my colleagues and management, everyone good at skills. But still, my strengths are good at skill set, relationship management, strong networking. These things like scope after 3 years. Till associate level, I'm good at management and communication. What if I after 1 or 2 years, if I go to management level, will my communication is this enough? It's not enough. I have to improve. So I have to do something. I try to do online courses. I I try to do some part-time MBA, everything. But all those are expensive and time effective also. Instead of focusing on thing, why can't I focus on communication? This is a major problem I've been facing since long time. Then I one day I have having a conversation with my colleague. So he then suggested me like there is a Toastmaster. So it is a club where you can have in person. You have to talk it where folks will be in present. They will give feedback and everything. It will definitely help to me. Then we both are attended one club. we like it and everything. After 2 weeks, I'm trying to join it, but my friend is trying to postpone it. So we'll join next week. We'll try to review other clubs and everything. Meanwhile, I did my own research. I take self interest to do some research about the in Google. What is Toastmasters? Does it really help me to me? RSS money scam like that. And YouTube core, I did many posts. I really inspired couple of folks who are really struggled to. They are into like one of the top level. Those posts really inspired me to do these things. Then I tried to attend some clubs near to my home, like near to my office. I was supposed to attend the Ford Hills Club. Then I got a contact from Mita. Then we had a couple of conversations. I asked a lot of questions, couple of questions like, does it help me? Then she tried to explain me difference between Daffodils and Gabbys Club. So both clubs, we are paying the same fees, but the thing is, we are attending 12 classes, here we are attending 4 classes. Why can't I choose a Gabbys? It can be better for me, I can attend 12 classes as well. Then I decided to join this class. Now I get double confidence. When I was attending offline workshop, online workshops, I didn't get confidence. When I was attending offline workshops, I will get confidence. After 1 or 2 years, I definitely my skills, communication, management, everything I will change. This confidence I got it because here folks are there ready to give me the feedback. The environment is different, the positive environment, all these things can shape my sense. This is my first ever speech given in meeting. So I can strongly recommend who are my friends also struggling with their communication. Like Toastmasters is a club, is a community where you can gain the where you can gain communication skills and everything. Sometimes I was really disappointed. If I got to know Toastmaster was in my graduation only, till this 5 years, I will be really better at communication. But there is no way of thinking about the past and wasting time. Just decide to focus on the future. That's it. I'm just focusing on future, hoping this going forward, I have to give many more speeches. Thank you, team.
Superb, Toastmaster Mohan. You know, your tryst with communication is so inspiring. It's so wonderful to hear from where you started and where you are today. And Toastmasters is the perfect destination for all of us who want to kind of, burnish and polish that communication part of our skill set. So lovely. Thank you so much. I just want to say there is generally, for the sake of the audience, in a regular Toastmaster meeting, we would have had actually a standing ovation for that speech because that is a icebreaker speech. Since I am not sure what everyone is wearing from where I can't see the screen, I wouldn't ask you to get up and don't want to surprise this and make this a PG-13 meeting. Instead, can I all ask to pay an ode to the speaker, Toastmaster Mohan, who just gave his brave icebreaker speech, by giving him a huge thumbs up or a round of applause, or however you want to make a tangible, acknowledgement to that speech. Thank you so much. And thank you, Toastmaster Mohan, for that lovely speech. All right. May I ask Toastmaster, is that Abhishek, the timer, to let us know if there's any disqualification so far on account of time?
No, Toastmaster of the day. There are no disqualifications. Everyone completed their speeches in the respective time slots.
Super, super. That means I can now ask the Zoom moderator, Toastmaster Maanvi, can you please launch the polls for this section of the meeting?
We will not have polls for this section of the meeting because we had an icebreaker speech as a mark of respect to the icebreaker.
Super. Okay. Fair enough. All right, so it's time for that quick break of 5 minutes. The time on my watch is 8:14. We would expect everyone back here sharp 8:19 p.m. and we will get the meeting going at 8:19, starting with my story again. See. All right, I think we can get started with the meeting back again. So back to my intelligence quotient testing, IQ testing. I left the story off. Just a quick recap. at a point where Lewis Terman, remember the Stanford psychologist in the 1920s who pioneered the work around IQ testing, had just picked his 1,500 kids with IQs exceeding 140, the geniuses, and had decided to track them for the rest of their lives. Bizarre. Has he truly believed IQ was of central importance to achievement and attainment? He thus hypothesized that when these subjects grew up, they would become great. They would be famous policymakers. They would be Nobel laureates, etc. And so, crazily enough, for the next 35 years, Terman watched over his charges like a mother hen. They were tracked and tested, measured and analyzed. Their educational attainments were noted down. Marriages followed, tabulated psychological assessments. Everything about those 1,500 kids was charted. And about 35 years of chasing them, when Terman finally tabulated his results, he found out, what do you think? Was he right or was he wrong? Does IQ indicate or predict success? If you think he was right, put your hands up. If you think he was not, put your hands down. So Sudhakar thinks Terman was right. IQ does predict, a very high IQ does predict success. Actually, not so. Big relief for the people like me who don't have such a great IQ. As it turned out, Terman was wrong about his subjects, and he was wrong about the relationship between genius and success. Only about 20% of that 1,500 geniuses actually did excel in their fields. There was 20% of that 1,500 that did worse than the average for that generation. Imagine, 20 outliers did really well, 20% on the bottom did worse than the average, and the rest were all average performers. Ironically, there were 2 Nobel laureates in the group of children that Terman had interviewed, but these 2 did not qualify in his final set of 1,500. They had IQs less than 140, and he eliminated them in that 250,000 children that he eliminated. So, ladies and gentlemen and Toastmasters, today, I want to leave you with this message that IQ does not predict success. So what does predict success then? More on this very burning question after we conclude the next item on our agenda. Hold your horses. I'm going to move on to the table topic section, which is the second item on our agenda, which I normally refer to as the butterflies in the stomach section. But there is a twist here, just for the sake of the audience. Normally, a Toastmaster, the table topic master section is a standalone section and does not normally get an evaluation. But today, since Toastmaster Smruti is conducting the table topic section as part of her active listening project, she will also have an evaluation on this. So let me confirm that first. Distinguished Toastmaster Lasantha D. Silva, are you available? Are you on the meeting? Yes, I see his video is on. Can you speak something so I know you can hear us and you can speak?
Oh, yeah. Good evening. Am I audible and visible?
We can't hear you.
Good evening. Am I audible and visible?
You're audible. You might want to work on the volume a little bit. All right. I see Smruti Mohanty's bright, cheerful face since the beginning of the meeting, so I know she's available. Can you say something so I know your audio is working?
I hope am I audible?
Perfect. Super. On to the tables topic section. So a few words on this project that team Toastmaster Smruti is conducting. Toastmaster Smruti is conducting this table topic section as an active listening project. Just a few words about her. She was a sales manager and a certified soft skills trainer by interest. After almost a decade, she's now a full-time management student by virtue of time. She joined Toastmasters to sharpen her vision of public speaking. How apt. She is doing her project of active listening from the path, visionary communication, level 3, project 2. And the purpose of this project is for the member to demonstrate her ability to listen to what others say. As I mentioned before, now to demonstrate this very important ability of listening, which seems to be very much lacking in this generation of people that we see around us, the Gen Z. Sorry if you are Gen Z, I am not. Toastmaster Smruti is going to conduct this section of this meeting as the table topics master. To tell you more about this and more, let me invite Toastmaster Smruti onto the virtual stage. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster, the day Toastmaster Satish. Please give him a huge round of applause for giving me a head start by stating that this segment is butterfly in the stomach. Now let's see whether these butterflies are quick-witted or the slow-witted ones. We'll see after the session today. Fellow Toastmasters and my dear guest, the table topic. People say that it is the most interesting and one of the most engaging segment of any Toastmasters meeting. Well, a table topic segment is nothing but an impromptu segment where you speak impromptu on a given topic today. The table topic helps to train your brain to quickly organize and express the thoughts on a given situation or in a given topic. It helps you further to develop your critical thinking, your creativity, communication skills, well, listening skills as well. And I don't know whether I should comment or not, whether Gen Z or Gen Y or Gen X. We'll leave that debate to some other day, but you can definitely enhance those skills by actively participating in this particular segment. Now, when you are participating, let's consider the segment as a table topic speech. A mini speech where the speaker can incorporate an introduction, a body, and a summary when you deliver the speech. Because this particular segment also provides you an opportunity for any member, guest, visiting Toastmaster, rather everyone to participate, get involved, and engaged. Let me reiterate the timing. You are expected to speak minimum for a minute. The duration is 1 to 2 minutes. The timer will show. Would I request the timer to please show the color the moment I say those timings? Okay, I can see him unmuting. So the timer will show you cards like the green card at 1 minute, yellow card at 1 minute 30 seconds, and a red card at 2 minutes. Post that, you will get a 30-second brief. 30-second on upper side to brief and summarize the entire table topic segment. I hope everything is clear. Please come on camera and give me a nod, a thumbs up, or any reaction to reflect and reciprocate to my thoughts. Thank you so much. As I said, anyone can participate. So I will call out the names, give you a topic, a quote, maybe a situation to speak upon. But if you are more keen and excited to participate, then please feel free to volunteer by raising up that virtual hand using your Zoom emoticons. Here we go. I have exciting topics. I would request people to please come on camera so that I can give you a better opportunity. Okay, I can see people raising their hand. Come on, show some enthusiasm here. Okay, let's begin by honoring the person who took that first initiative step by raising his hand, Toastmaster Shravan. Are you ready?
Yes, Toastmaster Smruti.
Okay.
Am I audible and visible?
You are audible and clearly visible to me. Tell me something. Do you think intelligence is overrated? Do you think intelligence is overrated?
Fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests, whether intelligence is overrated or not, I believe the intelligence exists in the nature that itself expresses through an instrument called a human mind. This is what I have observed. Even animals also have a little intelligence. If you observe a dog, it has also an intelligence. A monkey, it has also its own intelligence. Whether we are overrated or underrated, maybe it is immaterial, but intelligence as a cosmic power, I believe, it has already exists in the nature. It is trying to express through a particular medium called a human or any living animal. If that intelligence, that natural intelligence is not available, if it is not there, we can't speak, we can't talk, we can't speak, we can't move, we can't do anything. That is the actual intelligence, I feel. The rest of the intelligence is a human created. Artificially, we created our own. That is also part of nature. If we look at in a different dimension, that is also part of nature. As I understand, if we look at the movement of Earth, keep on moving from one place to another place, when it is moving, the intelligences are upgrading. That is how I look at it. Instead of looking that our ancient people are not intelligent, we are only intelligent, intelligence is developing. That is not the case. As the Earth is moving, we are entering into that intelligent space, and we are feeling that we are we are intelligent. But the intelligence is a cosmic entity that is already always exists. We are entering into that. With that note, I would like to conclude my speech. Whether it is overrated or underrated, intelligence is always exist. It is our our measurement whether it is overrated or underrated. Thank you. Over to you, Table Topics Master Smruti.
Thank you so much, Toastmasters Shravan. I thought that you will be in a dilemma the moment I gave this topic, but how intelligently you addressed the question by giving us example from human, animal, as well as the revolving of a planet in that cosmic energy and the world. Not too much intelligent content for me, but thank you so much for sharing your 2 cents on the given topic. Moving ahead, I'm happy to see people continuously raising their hand. I would request others to please be on camera and also raise your hand if you'd like to pick a question, pick any topic from me. I'll take a second to ask few people whom I'm not seeing on camera to check their availability. Do we have Dr. Shreya with us? Dr. Shreya, are you here with us? Can you take a topic? I would request you to please unmute.
Yes. Yes, sure. I can give it a go on my first day.
You can definitely. I can see that energy right here. So here comes the topic. Now, when we are this world of intelligence, artificial intelligence, I want to understand from you, Dr. Shreya, is there anything artificial about human intelligence? Is there anything artificial about human intelligence? Over to you.
Okay, this is an intriguing topic. I believe there can be artificial about human intelligence. And it can be confusing when people fake intelligence or try to emote something which is not natural. But then it can always be caught upon by the intelligent people as we speak about them. So this is what I believe is artificial about intelligence. And so I mean, what else I could be saying about you also brought up the topic about artificial intelligence. Now this is also making me think about, is artificial intelligence really artificial? Because whatever is generated through artificial intelligence has been somewhere written down, documented in the universe, somewhere in the web, by people themselves, and the artificial intelligence is seeking the information from them and filling up the gaps, drawing from those experiences and giving us the information. So this makes me go back and check why it has been named artificial intelligence, because I don't believe that AI has got anything artificial about that. It is all whatever has been brought about by the human being into the world. So yes, that is how I would like to conclude my speech today. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Shreya. How intelligently you literally felt me more intelligent. I never thought that this topic can give me such wide horizon of intelligence and artificial intelligence, and even how the same can be questioned. But yes, please, definitely you can think more about the artificial intelligence part if you are keen. So thank you so much. May I request Toastmaster Priyanka to, if possible, to be on camera so that I can give my next question to you. Thank you so much. Please unmute the moment you start speaking. So your topic is, when in doubt, look intelligent. When in doubt, look intelligent.
I'll be very honest, this is a kind of a suggestion given to me by someone. Because many times when I don't understand something, I always have a question mark in my face, or I'm a person who has a tendency to ask a lot of questions. Now, because of that, some people just get a little too over thing about me asking too many questions. I'm a very, very curious person, and I just love to know more things about whatever I'm very interested on. And this sometimes backfires with me. And I I'm I kind of get the suggestion, when sometimes you are not able to get the kind of reply that you're looking forward from the opposite person, you need to understand that they don't have the answer, and you need to act as though you're so smart enough that you have some answer about it, and you're just questioning them about how much they know about what they're talking about. So I don't know how fair these kind of suggestions are, but I believe in today's time, if you really need to exist in a kind of a competitive world, you need to portray these kind of false intelligence, or you're very smart. You are smart now, that's a different question. But you need to portray yourself that you're really smart so that nobody puts you under the bus, or nobody takes an advantage of you not knowing something. And I think it's something very common in the corporate world, that a lot of people that I have really come across who appear to be very super intelligent, but when you know the subject much more than the person opposite and they pretend, I think I'm something that I would like to probably encourage a lot of people is to be very vocal about what you know and what you don't know. I think we're in a time of an era that we're supposed to be very accepting about knowing what we know. We are not robots or computers to know everything. It is okay to not know something. So be accepting about it, and also make the opposite person to understand they have to also be accepting about this kind of a thought process, so that we don't have to always fake ourselves. Over to you, table topic master.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Priyanka, for giving that perspective. Yes, it is sometimes wise to look that intelligent, but there is no harm in accepting what little you know and feel proud about it. Thank you so much. I'll quickly come back to the people who have raised their hand, but meanwhile, let me check people behind that black box. May I have Mohindip? Are you still with us? Is your audio, video, both are working fine now?
Yes, but this is my first meeting, like as a guest.
And we warmly welcome you to the session. Definitely, I'll give you a topic, and I'm sure you can attempt the same. Would you like to try?
Not too sure.
You will be sure after attempting the topic. Let
All
me put
right.
a.
I'll go
Thank
ahead.
you
then.
so much.
Yeah.
Okay. So there is a thing called IQ, EQ. You might have heard about intelligent quotient or emotional quotient. Do you think these are inherited or we acquire them with experience? Do you think these are inherited or we acquire them with experience? Over to you.
So my first attempt at a table topic. Yes, somewhere I feel that it is inherited also. and we can acquire it. I agree with both the things. Inherited, I've seen, like, a child of a doctor or an engineer, or they usually go in those lines, and they accomplish, they get accomplished, and they become successful. Whereas, a person like me, at this age also, is trying to learn and trying to acquire some kind of knowledge, and so that I can portray myself and be confident about sharing and coming up with things and being open to learning at this age. So I feel both the things are fine, and it can be acquired. That's it as of now.
Do you have any personal experience with the same, if you would like to extend the conversation?
Uh, Not exactly personal experience. It's because, the way we have been brought up. So it has been always been like, okay, the doctor's child is going to be a doctor, or maybe his genes are better, so he can excel, giving them more opportunity, and also they get that kind of environment also. A person who is intelligent will also provide things in environment to his child, that they also learn better. However, I feel, whereas a person on the road who is not financially, or but with, they can learn general skills, like, maybe just haggling with a vegetable vendor, or doing things like that, they can make their uh, life successful also. So both ways, I feel I wouldn't have I it's like 50-50 for me.
Thank you so much, Mohindip, for attempting that topic. And it was a cakewalk, somehow I felt. And
Really?
seriously, the moment I gave this topic, I thought it will be one-sided, where you will see it can be acquired. But I never thought that you will have such a strong command on the side of, no, it can be inherited as well. But whatever it may be, whether you inherit it or acquire it, it's important to channelize it in a better manner. Thank you so much. And I can see interesting discussions over chat where people are saying that that's how they enact when they see their manager around, and fake it till you make it. Yes, indeed. That's what we do in our regular life. Related to that, Toastmaster Prabha, are you ready for your topic? Okay, then. Taking from what the discussions are happening, your topic is, if you can't convince them, confuse them. If you can't convince them, confuse them.
If you can't convince them, confuse them. So we all have been in those situations where, like Toastmaster Priyanka said, that we don't know about the topic, right? And we have to somehow act smart, because we want to preserve our character, or maybe reputation sometimes. So in order to preserve that, maybe if you can't convince them because you don't have enough pointers with you regarding the topic, then we can try confusing them with the jargon, maybe taking them to a different route of conversation altogether, where they also don't know where this conversation is going. Maybe introducing some humor, or maybe like going in a different direction within within the same topic, but the goal is different. So yeah, if you can't convince them, confuse them with different strategies.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Prabha. Well, indeed, don't only confuse them with your creative skills by bringing humor and strategies. Never thought on those lines, but thank you so much for the wise advice. Okay, moving ahead, I can see Toastmaster Sunil, pretty much active participant in our table topics. A topic for you. Here it goes. We are all discussing about intelligence, emotional intelligence, artificial intelligence, IQ, EQ. But to you, I wanted to understand what makes life easier. What makes life easier?
how you live your life in a simple manner. It makes the life easier. Yes, you have to live your life mindfully, means how to live a simple life. It's also a tricky question, because in this world it is impossible, very difficult to live a simple life. You are attracted with luxury things, but when it comes to live a life that can be totally different from others, we will have to use your intelligence. Intelligence means you have to convince others that I am right. Then you can live a happy life. Otherwise, you are confused. You are you are you are you get bad comments over you. Yeah. I recall a story that when in your childhood, so we used to play a game like how to uh, how to make a line smaller without erasing it. It was tricky. So to make it easier, we draw a bigger line. So the question becomes easier. So in that way, you can use simple things to make your life easier, happier, prosperous, everything. That's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmasters Sunil. And I was making a point of what can make life easier is the simplicity, being mindful, and not getting distracted. Those are 3 pointers I'm going to take for the day, and I'll see if I can implement the same once I get up tomorrow morning. But thank you so much for sharing those snippets with us. I will definitely come to Toastmaster Harshit, but before that, let me check. I saw Michael raising his hand in between. Would you like to take a topic?
Yes, TM Smruti. Since it's my first meeting, I just want to try. Though my speech won't be a longer one, I want to give it a try with the shorter answers.
No problem. Absolutely. Here it comes. Your I can should be more important than IQ. Do you agree? Your I can should be more important than your IQ. Over to you.
Yes, uh, as per my perception, it should be. I is very important because IQ, yes, it really solves a problem. But when it comes I is very important for everybody. Even if a person wants to survive without eyes, we cannot think how the world would be. But without IQ, yeah, people would be able to survive. So I think I is very vital for surviving, and with I we can learn, we can do many things. So even the Chat GPT nowadays, without eyes, it can learn many things. Yeah, it has IQ, but as a human, we require eyes more than IQ. Yeah, IQ definitely adds value, but eyes is very important. So that's all. Thank you.
Would you like to stretch it a bit by letting us know that how that I can is important for you, if you agree to it?
Yes, certain times I try to imagine how if I would be blind. No, I cannot do any work. Even I cannot move. I cannot see people. I cannot read. Today I am learning a lot as a work. So it is very important. So I couldn't think without I. I cannot improve my IQ as well. So it is very important. Eyes. So eyes is very totally has lot of benefits. If I cannot compare IQ with eyes, I is somewhere, IQ is somewhere. So that's all my conclusion.
Thank you so much for extending the discussion with me and for attempting the topic for the very first time. You literally excel on extending or expressing your opinion. Okay, with respect to time, let's see if this is going to be the last topic, but to respect Toastmaster Harshit, who has been raising his hand for a long time. Here comes your topic. Please unmute when you want to speak. Now, the desire to seem clever often keeps us from being so. The desire to seem clever often keeps us from being so. Over to you.
Would you, okay. So
will-
before I start, can you repeat the topic? The desire of being clever is
Often keeps you away from being so.
being so means to being what we want, right?
Being clever.
Yes. Good evening to everyone. The topic given to me is the desire to being clever is keeps us away from being so. How many times you want to show up in front of person and end up getting insulted, or even bad than that, created a bad impression and you are scared of facing them again? Yeah, it happened with me many a times. To oversmart someone, to be clever in front of someone, we do stupid things. If we save that energy of ours, not trying to be clever. I recall a story of a person who was trying to be clever, who trying to oversmart someone by shouting. There's a bhedi aaya. Do you know the story of her shepherd who used to shout bhedi aaya to get the attention of everyone, to want to be show off, to clever in front of everyone. What happened with him when the actual situation came in front of him? No one believed it. Everyone discarded it. This is what happened when you pursue something which is imagery, something which does not even exist in real world. I'll take my example. When I went to a Toastmasters meeting once again, I was being overconfident with it. I was just doing a lot of nuisance over there. And then a senior Toastmaster came in front of me. And how politely he just discussed. This room was listening to him. But when I was doing it, everyone was talking and ignoring me. Then I got to know it's not about you. It's not about to show off. It's not about to attempt to stand in front of someone. It's just try to be yourself. If you focus on yourself, it becomes more easy to grab attention. Don't try to oversmart. Don't try to be clever in every time. Just be mindful. Think what is important at the moment. Align it with your skills. Align it with the things you can do. And believe me, I can is more important than IQ, because IQ might deteriorate, but you will never in terms of your will. That's all from myself. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Harshit, for giving that thought. That yes, definitely revolving back to the I can concept. I second it. And if you have intelligence, better to channelize rather than to show it off. Thank you so much for those wise words. On that note, people did participate, and I'm happy to know the activeness which we have in this room. I don't know whether there is a yardstick to measure the intelligence, but I feel that if you are involved in a conversation, a meaningful conversation, you end up gaining something, and that makes you intelligent. Today, we learned that how simplicity makes our life easier, how it is sometimes important to be wise enough. Sometimes it's also important to confuse a person in a given situation. With all these learnings, thank you so much for participating once again. I give the command back to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Satish.
Whoa! Those were such cohesive topics with the general theme today, Toastmaster Smruti. I'll let the evaluator talk about your active listening, but I must say, your quick wit is akin to a cheetah who's just had a shot of espresso. That was lovely, that was quick. Timer, Toastmaster Abhishek, Aditya, any timing disqualifications today among the table topic speakers?
No Toastmaster of the day, Satish. There are no disqualifications.
Super. What a winning team we are all part of. Lovely. Okay, Zoom Master, Toastmaster, Maanvi Kumar, can you please launch the polls for the table topic speakers?
Toastmaster of today. While the polls are going on, we can continue with the theme.
Well, so let me just conclude my story before I hand this over back to the evaluator. Just a quick recap again. I left it off at how Lewis Terman's quest to 35 years ends up making him super disappointed. He realizes that after 35 years of chasing this around, IQ is not a reliable indicator of future success. Malcolm Gladwell, who I had mentioned earlier, the guy who wrote the book, the author of that book, further elaborates that a high IQ does generally correspond to a higher achievement. It does. It's not all totally false, but there is a catch. Once a person's IQ exceeds 120, the direct relationship between success and IQ ceases to exist. So IQ has an upper threshold beyond which it does not matter. In order to predict whether someone will be a true outlier, rather a standout success, we have to know more than just IQ. There are several other indicators to predict success. And I am sure you've heard about the 10,000 hours. There was a rap song also on this. There's 10,000 hours of focused and mentored work. Unfortunately, I could talk about this all evening. There's so many other things I can give you about what is a good predictor of success in addition to the 10,000 hours of focused mentored work. But that's all I have time for today. Would love to conduct another session about, if not IQ, then what? That could be part 2 of this. Just a quick summary. IQ of above 120 does give you a slight edge. However, it becomes irrelevant once you cross that threshold. I did tell you I was going to tell you what happened with me in the Capgemini. Apparently, I passed the written test. So I have decent IQ, apparently. I passed all my written tests and I did progress to that final face-to-face interview in Paris with the board. Now I will pass on the baton to the general evaluator for the final evaluation of the meeting. May I ask Toastmaster GE of the day, Sudharma Perera, to please come on the virtual stage.
Thank you, Toastmaster Satish, our Toastmaster of the day. Now let's move to our general evaluation session. First, I would like to invite our first evaluator or first speaker, Toastmaster Mohan's evaluator, Toastmaster Sadil. Toastmaster Sadil is Sergeant at Arms of Nigam Toastmasters Club. Now he is studying at Moderator University of Sri Lanka in engineering streams. Toastmaster Sadil, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sudharma. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Is the speaker here? Okay. He's here as well. Now, Toastmaster Mohan, this is your very first speech in Toastmasters, right? So this might be your very first evaluation as well. So all you have to do is adapt what I say and get better day by day. So that's what we call as excellence, which is a key value in Toastmasters. So Toastmaster Mohan, first of all, let's emphasize on your project objective. That is to introduce yourself to the club. Of course, you had introduced to everyone that you are a person who never gives up. First of all, you emphasize that you have faced an interview and you failed it because you lacked communication skills. And what we saw was you was eager to learn. You searched for Toastmasters clubs and you was very eager to fulfill that dream, to improve that communication skills, which we clearly saw that you were a person who never gives up and who are eager to learn from your mistakes. So Toastmaster Mohan, kudos for that, for fulfilling your project objective. Next thing, you immediately grabbed our attention by asking to raise our hands by asking a question, which was a nice thing. And I want to admire you for that as well. And you had a nice structure of your speech as well. You began your speech by telling about your interview and then how you improved your how you improved on your public speaking skills, and you summed sum your speech up with the experience in Toastmasters Club. So great work on the structure as well. So as a evaluator, it's my duty to give you some points of improvements with which you can get better. I have only 2 improvements for you. First one is when you tell your audience either to raise hand or either if you ask them a question, please wait a little bit for their response. What I service, as soon as you told them to raise their hands, you continue your speech. So give a little time for their response and add some impromptu part as well. Tell just by looking at their response, you can add some comment for their response as well. So be mindful of that. And number 2, it's a very small suggestion. It's to remove your background when you speak. Okay. Now I want to give you a challenge as well. It's to decrease the pace. Now pace is the speed you are talking. Next time, let's try to decrease the pace, the speed you are talking in your next speech. But all in all, Toastmaster Mohan, you did a great job. As the first speech in Toastmasters, I wish you will accomplish your dreams and had a great progress as well. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sadil. Let's come to our speaker, Toastmaster Mohan. Toastmaster Mohan, today you delivered icebreaker speech and I enjoyed it. And I love your encourage to do speeches and do roles. Please keep it up. And congratulations for your next speeches and future parts also. This is the beginning. I wish you all the best for your new speeches also. Let's come to our evaluator, Toastmaster Sadil. Toastmaster Sadil, I experienced today, you started the improvements before green card. It's a good job. And I suggest, this is icebreaker speech, and I suggest to give 3 improvements, 3 positive points, 2 improvements, and 1 challenge. Challenge and recommendations, I want to give some recommendations means the speaker did but needs improvements. Challenge means the speaker didn't do. Today, Toastmaster Mohan didn't remove the Zoom background. So it's a challenge. And he has to put his camera on level, then it is a challenge, not an improvement. That is for speaker 1 and evaluator 2. Let's move to our speaker 2 and evaluator 2. Today, our second evaluator is Toastmaster Harshit, again an engineering student, and he loves to learn more. And he will evaluate our speaker 2, Toastmaster Samita. Toastmaster Harshit, over to you.
So I'll just start. I'll give you the signal and I'll start. Timer, you can start the time. The D-Day. Toastmaster Samita, it's finally my D-Day to evaluate you. It was a wonderful speech depicting the problem you face during the marriage of your daughter. In Indian culture, the marriage is a very tedious task. Also, if it's your daughter, then it is quite difficult, as I've seen in my family. But you have handled it really very well. Toastmaster Samita, I'd like to commend you on the pace you have. You were able to deliver your speech smoothly, and everyone was with you, and you were giving enough time for each sentence and each word, giving the proper stress on it. Also, you had some amazing creative usages, such as clashes are bound to happen, daunting task. Also, the structure of your speech was so wonderful. In the beginning, you started with, the D-Day has finally arrived. And then you talked, what is that D-Day? It is the marriage of your daughter. Then you talked about the 2 states, problems between a Bengali and a Marathi. And you have pointed out the problems as well, which was the clothing, the rituals, the jewelry, the food. Later on, you provided the solutions as well in your speech, the delegate your work to other people, the dividing task in before, during, after. It was a properly structured speech, very starting from the beginning, then the what is the context of the speech, what was the objective of your speech to plan, and you showed how you planned it by delegation and dividing the task in the 3 segments as well. Now, Toastmaster Samita, every marriage has a particular person who looks for the some of the few recommendations in the marriage. We call them Fufajis of the marriage. Now, I like to be the Fufaji of your speech and try to point out some recommendations as well. All the Toastmaster Samita, it was a wonderful speech. I was looking for a little bit of voice modulation. Just when you're talking about the D-Day, you could have shown you could have expressed that the D-Day was finally heard, and I was so confused on how would I do it. I made a team. So this kind of voice modulation would stress on the words, and people can understand the emotions as well. The next thing which I like to point out, although your structure was very amazing, but at the part of conclusion, it felt that you didn't conclude your speech. You showed the red card, then you said, I will talk more about in the next speech. Although it was a good way to give teaser, but maybe in the conclusion, you could have given a takeaway. It was there in a speech, the delegation. You could have stressed upon the delegation that when you plan something, try to delegate your work. As the audience, as I could have taken this message. So maybe you could have stressed upon the message of delegation. Overall, Toastmaster Samita, it was a wonderful speech. The biggest takeaway from your speech for me would be to delegate your task, to divide in the before, after, and during section. Thank you so much for this wonderful speech. You had an amazing pace. You had a creative. You have proper structure. Just work on the conclusion, and you will be a wonderful speaker. And kudos to you for handling this tedious task. Thank you so much, everyone. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Harshit. I totally agree with Toastmaster Harshit. And for Toastmaster Samita, I have one challenge. Please use the stage maximally. Last Sunday, I attended a keynote speech. Toastmaster Taran, the champion speaker, told we can use this online screen maximum. We can use our stage maximally. So let's move to next stage. We can use this stage and make some movements. This will help to contest speech also. That's all. And Toastmaster Harshit, all the best for your district contest. We will be looking forward to it. Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Samita and Toastmaster Harshit.
Thank you so much. Thank
you. Welcome. Let's move to our third project. Toastmaster Smruti did her active listening project. DTM Lasantha will be the evaluator. DTM Lasantha is the distinguished area director. Was a distinguished area director. Not only that, he is a fellow chartered accountant and he is a fellow Sri Lankan. Okay, distinguished Toastmaster Lasantha, over to you.
First of all, Sudharma, am I audible, visible? Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Sudharma. General Waiter, Toastmaster Smruti, beautiful, quick-witted. What a command of table topic session that you have done. I was mesmerized with your table topic session. Do you know why? You had 8 speakers, 3 of them was like a guest, and all the guests were able to conclude without any disqualification. I hope that you all endorse that.
Yes.
How excellently Toastmaster Smruti conduct the session. Now our project requires for you to listen, actively listen, and express your affirmative statement. Now, each and every table topic question, I would say that it was connected to the theme, intelligence. What I like the most, one of the questions was ICANN and IQ. I thought, ICANN, of course, you made that thing much more connect to the speaker, and that question that you have been selected, I felt it was really commendable, and each and every speaker could able to answer all the question. That was very well done. Now, Toastmaster Smruti, the second thing that I've seen in the good thing is about how I remember the one of the speaker was, is trying to complete a speech before the 1 minute. And you took that chance and asked her to elaborate it more. And you have saved that table topic speaker by asking him to speak. I think he has spoken more than 1.5 minutes. That's a very good thing. And the third point that I've seen in your questions, and when you are expressing to each and every speaker, you said affirmatively, You are a very intelligent answer that question, and you have done it very well. And the stories that are questions that are given, the way that you express, that you have been commended each and every speaker, so that they could be able to, you engage what they are saying, the content, and with your confidence that you have, show them that you are been really doing good. Small suggestion, Toastmaster Shruti, you did very well in the table topic session, and you actually listened very well, and then you have expressed your comments as well, that is matching with their contents. You should ask the speaker to elaborate it more and use the word of the day. That has been not there. So you have to connect with that as well. And not only that, I believe when you're giving the table topic question to a speaker, you repeat it twice. It normally says, Toastmaster Shruti, I can know IQ. I can know IQ, Toastmaster Shruti. So that they could be able to understand, then he will listen twice rather than asking you to repeat the question, because that's also part of your project objectives. Overall, Toastmaster Shruti, very well done session. You have selected very good table topic questions. Our project requires you to affirmative statement to be expressed. You did it very well. And overall, the suggestions that I made, you see the word of the day, and then repeat the question, that will help you then. Thank you very much. Over to you, Toastmaster Sudharma.
Thank you, DTM Lasantha. I totally agree with DTM Lasantha. And few points from my side, Toastmaster Smruti, you introduced it all very well, and time and structure, and you encourage timer to show the cards again. It's very well done. And you manage the guest very well, and speakers, great job done. And thank you for both speaker and, TTM and DTM Lasantha. Let's move to our table topic evaluation. This is the most rated session for me. Today, our table topic evaluator is the Worldwide Impromptu Speaking Champion 2021 and District Champion of Evaluation and Table Topic 2016, District 82, not only that, 2024. Toastmaster Sandun Fernando, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmasters Sudharma, General Evaluator. And I must say it was an interesting task, because the very first time that I'm evaluating 7 speakers, I hope I can step up to the task. And again, echoing the words of the previous evaluator, good job to the topics master for some interesting topics. Starting with Toastmaster Sravanan, is intelligent overrated? So I believe in a table topic session, the objectives are twofold. One is to connect with the topic and share your content. And then the second is to use that opportunity to improve your impromptu speaking skills. And as you do that, if you create value for the audience, for being a part of that journey, these are the objectives. And then on top of that, the general increase in your confidence and demonstration of your confidence as a speaker. Unfortunately, on this online platform, that we cannot observe the body language to the extent that we would like. So that is a general introduction of how I am going to structure the evaluation of all these speakers. Starting with the Toastmaster Sravanan, like I said, you pick the topic, is intelligence overrated, and you gave your own twist to it, right? As opposed to giving directly addressing the question whether intelligence is overrated or not. You brought in an example and said animals do have it as well, and you also gave your idea about it being a cosmic reality. Interesting. So in terms of addressing the topic, I feel you approached that well, and you gave your interpretation as well. In terms of a point of improvement, may I suggest that, keeping in mind that you do have an audience as you share this table topic, how do you add value to the audience using this topic? Is there anything like a key message, information, or while addressing this topic, can you entertain the audience? That is a point of improvement I would like to leave with you, where in your table topic, as you deliver the speech, be mindful about the audience and see if you can create some value for them through that. Having said that, I believe you did justice to the topic by introducing your own interpretation and giving your ideas about it. So thank you and well done. Next, we move on to Dr. Shreya. Is there anything artificial about human intelligence? I believe the thing to appreciate about Dr. Shreya is the fact that she was navigating the topic by looking at the words in the topic, which is a very interesting technique. Initially, she started tackling the question, is there anything artificial about human intelligence? And then she went on to speak about artificial intelligence, because as she answered that question, she went on to tackle about artificial intelligence. And again, like the previous speaker, she gave her own interpretation to it, saying that everything that we consider as artificial intelligence has once been created by somebody. So is it really artificial? Very, very interesting, very, very interesting take on it. So tackling the topic, you did well. And Dr. Shreya, one small suggestion from my end is the fact that there were few occasions as you were speaking that you kept looking up and outside of the frame. Generally, when we are speaking to the camera, it is encouraged that you look at the camera and speak, because that increases the engagement of the audience with you. Plus, it makes you appear more confident as a speaker. So as a point of improvement, maintain eye contact with the screen. And may I suggest, as a tip, if you want to maybe put a small sticker or a post-it near your device camera so that it attracts your attention to the camera. And then as you can see right now, when you are looking at the camera straight into it and as you speak, it's an overall better experience for the audience because they feel like the speaker is speaking to them directly. So that is a point of recommendation for you, Dr. Shreya, and I'm sure the other speakers will also benefit from that. Again, a quick reminder, be mindful of the audience and see if you can create some value. However, considering you're a first-time speaker, kudos to you, well done and all the best. Then we had Priyanka, when in doubt, look intelligent. So one thing that I liked about Priyanka's presentation is that throughout the speech, she had a very pleasant smile that she maintained, which in return made her appear confident and that she was enjoying this opportunity. Add to that, she also had a smooth flow, confident and smooth flow, where she constantly kept speaking of the topic. She did not pause to think about it. She did not show any struggle to connect her thinking to the next thought and then continue the speech. So these are things that I liked about you, Priyanka, about your speech today. And also, in terms of the content, you went into very practical details and gave examples about when in doubt, how do you look intelligent, how do you ask questions and turn it around so that other people also think of you as you are intelligent. So there was a confident delivery, there were practical tips that were given, and I also like how you ended it as well. So in my opinion, overall, that was a very good attempt, Priyanka. At this point, I can't really think of too many things that you can improve on this. Perhaps adding a little bit more personal stories would make it interesting, because as the audience, they would like to know about you. And this is also an opportunity for you to introduce your life, your opinion, your ideas as a speaker. So a little bit more original content from you could have been an added advantage. But there, I'm being very, how do I say, particular and trying to pick something as a point of improvement, because overall that was a good performance, Priyanka, good attempt, well done. Mohindeep, your topic was IQ or EQ, are they inherited or acquired? Again, as a first-time speaker, very good attempt. You straight away went into the answer by saying, hey, you think it's a bit of both, and you also gave an example saying how doctors and lawyers and their children could be that, but then you immediately connected it with your personal experience, saying, look, at this age, I'm also trying to learn something, so it can be, which is very good. So you made your point and then you gave evidence using examples and your personal. And not only that, your content first time around was a little short, and Madam Topics Master did well to pose a question to you and then ask you if you would like to extend your speech and then follow up, which you took that challenge also and then added further remarks, which goes on to say that you have the drive to become a very good speaker. So as a first time speaker, I have all praise for you. And I would like to encourage you to continue attending meetings and attending more table topics with this enthusiasm that you have. And very soon you will be a very confident table topic speaker. Again, a small point of suggestion, eye contact with the camera. I believe the way that you were seated in front of your device kind of made it like where your angle was a little away. So if you can position your camera in front of you and maintain eye contact, like I said before, it will increase the engagement with the audience where they will feel like you are speaking to them. So good job, Mohanty. Next, we had Prabha. If you can't convince them, confuse them. Again, good attempt. You stepped up, took the topic and shared your ideas about it. However, there was a little bit of less content in my opinion. I can't remember the timer's report. However, I do not think you have consumed enough time. So a point of recommendation would be, like I mentioned before, table topics is an opportunity for you to increase your impromptu speaking capacity. It is to increase your confidence as a speaker. So one of the ways of doing that is to utilize the time during table topics and speak. Do your best to speak as much as you can and use that speaking time to add to your experience. So may I suggest that that you utilize the time and speak. And if I may add a tip or two about how do you do that is, as you think on the question, if you can't convince them, confuse them, think of a question like, where have I come across this in life? Do I have friends or family that has acted like they are confusing them when they can't convince them? When you think of a question like that, your memory will take you to an incident, perhaps if you have something like that, and then it's a matter of speaking about that and extending your time. So the tip I would like to share with you is, whenever you are running short of content related to the topic in your head, think about questions like, where have I heard about this? Where have I seen it? Who do I know who has given this advice or practiced this advice? When you start thinking like that, you can add more content, which in return will again add value to you by giving you more experience and more speech time, and it will also add value to the audience as well. So again, good job and all the very best to you, Prabha. Moving on to Toastmasters Sunil, what makes life easier? I believe Toastmasters Sunil is very much an experienced speaker on an online platform, because he was the one speaker whom I saw was confident enough to use his body language, especially his hand gestures on screen, and he maintained his gestures within the frame of the screen, which made it visible for us. And he also maintained good eye contact with the camera, goes on to show his experience. Toastmasters Sunil, these are the things that I appreciate about your attempt today in terms of the delivery, which appeared very confident. And on top of that, you gave practical tips as well. And I do believe our Madam Topics Master of the Day, in fact, summarized the 3 tips that you gave about what makes life easier. So the fact that an audience member can summarize your content goes on to show how clear and concise your content was, which is one of the main objectives of table topic speaking. You did that well. Well done, and continue the good work. I'm pretty sure you are already there as a confident table topic speaker, and you can continue to grow more. So good luck to you. Right, next we had Michael. I can should be more important than IQ. Again, Michael, as I understood, you are a first-time participant at this Toastmasters meeting, so you were happy to take up the challenge. And you also took the challenge when Madam Topics Master extended your content by asking you a follow-up question, which again shows that you are willing to take the chance. And that is one of the important qualities. When you're willing to take the chance, take challenges and push yourself, that is where the learning journey begins. So that's what I would like to appreciate. Again, a point of improvement is to perhaps pay a little bit more attention to the topic, because I believe the topic was I can should be more important than IQ. I felt somewhere that you did not fully understand the topic I can. Instead, your speech is more about I or I's perhaps. So listening carefully to the topic will help you to understand the topic and connect to it more. Again, because the topic is I can. The emphasis is on the possibility thinking of I can being more important than the intelligent quotient. So listen to the topic. And again, pardon me if I'm being harsh, for you are a first-time speaker and a participant, so perhaps the nerves got the better of you. That's probably why you didn't hear the full topic. But as a point of improvement, pay attention so that you can speak on the topic, which will be a good learning experience for you. And finally, we had Harshit. Desire to seem clever often keeps you away from being so. Again, in terms of content, very, very encouraging, because Harshit, you brought in the fable story of the shepherd boy who kept screaming that there is a wolf. And then you also brought in your personal story about a Toastmasters meeting where you wanted to appear clever. So in terms of content, it is very rich because you brought in a fable story and a personal experience. And this is one of the things that we encourage for table topic speakers, to always bring in fresh content, as opposed to speaking on the topic like it is an essay, giving commentary or opinions about it. When you bring in fresh content like fable stories or personal stories, the table topics experience becomes interesting for the audience. That is what I believe, Harshit, you got right. And not only that, your delivery was also good. You maintained yourself in the within the frame of the camera. And not only that, towards the end, you delivered the message, which is a very important part of a table topic. You delivered the message looking at the camera with a little bit of vocal variation. You delivered that with a lot of passion, which is a very important part of delivering table topics, Harshit, that you had. So I'd say that was a very good attempt, especially for an online platform with that topic. You did really well, Harshit. I wish you all the very best. And with that, back to you, Madam General Evaluator. I believe I've covered everyone. And all the very best to the speakers.
Thank you, for the detailed evaluations and taking that challenge and evaluating it, where I experienced it, where I saw it. I will remember that when I am doing my table topic speeches. I am sure this audience will be reminded that one also. Thank you very much once again. Let's move to our TAGL report. Our time has some technical issue. We will
I'm back, Sudharma.
Our counter. So,
Sudharma, sorry to
Bimpy,
interrupt.
can you share your report? Okay. Toastmaster Abhishek, please share your time report.
Yeah, let me know if my screen is visible. Is my screen visible?
No. You can open the
Yes,
Excel
the
sheet
screen
and
share is there,
select
but
the share. I think now we can see. Okay.
Yeah. Mostly everyone has followed their respective time slots. There hasn't been any disqualification except the table topic evaluation.
Okay, please put a screenshot to the chat. We can see, and thank you for the detailed explanation and for the introduction. And we can see the report in chat. Let's move to our counter today. Today our counter was Toastmaster Bimpy. Toastmaster Bimpy, please share your counter report.
I am
A
grammarian.
small correction. I'll be sharing my counter report.
Sorry, Toastmaster Maanvi, please share your counter report.
No worries. Just give me a second. Can someone confirm that screen is visible? Thank you so much.
Yes.
So I'll be sharing the detailed report in the chat box. In the meantime, I'll request everyone to please give a huge round of applause for few members who had 0 counts in my report at least. First is Presiding Officer Distinguished Toastmaster Nancy. Toastmaster Satish. In the whole TMOD session, trust me, I didn't even found one single or any single interruption that could have caused a disruption. Then this Toastmaster Smita had 0 counts. Coming to table topic speaker, Toastmaster Harshit has 0 counts. And evaluator first, Toastmaster Sadil has 0 counts. I'll be sharing my detailed report in the chat box. That was all from my side as the accountant. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Maanvi. I couldn't see my name. It's okay. I think I had more R's and M's. It's okay. Thank you for not mentioning my name. And it's a detailed report and you did a great job and congratulating the rest users. Great job. Now let's move to our grammarian, Toastmaster Bimpy. Please share your report.
Yeah, I'm sharing my I'm sharing my screen. Please confirm once if it is visible. Is it fine?
Now we can see. Now we can see.
Okay. Okay. So this is my grammarian report. So word of the day is weak-witted, which means that having a sharp and clever mind, and the usage was saved an embarrassing situation with quick-witted tag. The usage of the word by members, the Toastmaster and the guest or visiting Toastmasters have used this word are Toastmaster Nancy Goel and Toastmaster Satish Kannan. Moving to the next slide. So good usage in the meeting is buckle up, podcast, money scam, Tryst, hypothesis, chartered, tabulated, head start, cosmic power, intriguing topic, wide horizon, daunting task, set up to the task. Moving to the next slide, which is rhetorical devices. So in rhetorical devices, I have few things mentioned here. First is rhetorical questions. Here, wherever we are asking some question or speaker asks some question, they have not mentioned any answers. So I have noted down those pointers here. So first thing is why communication is important for us, used by Toastmaster Mohan Rao. Second, IQ doesn't predict success, then what it does. It is used by Toastmaster of the Day, Satish Kannan. If not an IQ, then what? It is used by Toastmaster of the Day, Satish Kannan again. Then coming to the next thing in rhetorical devices is anaphora, that is repetition of word or the phrases at the beginning of successive clauses. So one example I have here as part of today's meeting, that is ritual is different, food is different, dress is different. It is used by Toastmaster Samita Kar. In today's meeting, I haven't seen any epithet or proverb is used, but I have one example for epithet, that is the pink city, that is Jaipur. Moving to the next slide, which is again rhetorical devices, that is hyperphora. Here we have the question and also the answer. I have one example here. The date has been fixed. Yes, the date has been fixed, used by Toastmaster Kar, Samita Kar. Rule of three, I haven't seen anywhere it is used in today's meeting, but I have one example that is lots and lots and lots of stories. Metaphor and analog and similes comparison is used here. I have example. First one is children, which is compared with the internet age, which is again used by Toastmaster Samita Kar. Intelligence which is used by exist in nature, that is human mind, used by Toastmaster Shravan Kumar. Moving to the next slide, which is recommendation. I have hardly few recommendation. In today's meeting, I have two, which is first one is and have a great progress on this. Instead that we could have used and have made great progress on this. Second one is we can use this stage maximum. Instead of that, we could have said like we can utilize this stage to its maximum potential. This is my Grammarian report. Back to you, General Evaluator of the Day. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bimpy, for that quick-witted report. And let's move on to our listener. Today, our listener was Toastmaster Sudhakar. Toastmaster Sudhakar, over to you.
Okay, thank you, General Evaluator. I'm the last, but hope I'm not least. Are you ready, all, for some question answer? Okay. The first question, he was a psychologist known for his version of the Stanford Binet IQ test, who interviewed 250,000 kids. Who was he?
This was a name we
Anyone?
were supposed to remember all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
And Satish
Yeah.
mentioned it some number of times. It was Darren.
Louis
Terman.
Louis
Terman. Louis Terman. That is absolutely right. Thank you.
Lovely.
Second question. What is the designation or what she was working in an IT company, that is Swati Day, and when she started her Toastmaster journey? So it's a combined question.
2006 he started.
Okay, good.
She's into some legal division. I don't know.
Okay, you are very close. So she working as a legal head in an IT company. Okay, moving on. How many years Samita, has academic experience, and what is her speech title today?
The D-Day.
Speech
And
title,
30
The D-Day.
years.
Okay.
30 plus years experience.
Sorry?
30 plus years experience.
Absolutely right. Thank you. Moving on, Samita in her speech, she said 3 areas of challenge she anticipated. What are those 3 areas? Anyone? I know she has repeated actually multiple times and evaluated
There was
also.
jewelry, food,
and dresses, dress different, culture different.
yes, culture, jewelry, food, and culture, I guess.
No, I think it is food, jewelry, and language. But yeah, you are absolutely right. I think 2, you are answered 2. Moving on, again in Toastmaster of the Day, Satish, in his speech, he mentioned about Louis Terman, how many years he chased or tracked this 1,500 kids.
35.
Superb. Excellent. Maybe I can go with the last question. What is the table topic given to Shravan Kumar? Okay, 5 seconds.
Is intelligence overrated?
Absolutely right. Excellent. So congratulations. Thank you for being attentive and listening. And back to General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sudhakar, for that great questions. Now let's move to our general evaluation section. We are behind our agenda. I will quickly wrap up the general evaluation session. Today, Saturday times started the meeting right on time, and quick suggestion from my side. I heard several times we can introduce club mission when we are introducing Saturday terms force. Then presiding officer started the addressed the meeting, and guest was very connected. And quick suggestion from my side, Toastmasters history, we can tell a little bit more about Toastmasters history to our guest, our presiding officer, for your kind information. And Toastmaster of the day was really well introduced, and his announcements was done well. Now, Toastmaster of the day, that is a very good topic, and you started the meeting with energetic. And not only that, storytelling. Yeah, I enjoy the session very well. Quick one suggestion from my side, please. Next time we will read the objectives of the speakers. Hope you can hear me. Then table topic master, I gave the points when we are doing the table topic evaluation session. And TAGL report also, tag team did a good job and very well done. That's from my side. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day. How do you, Toastmaster of the day?
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. Thank you for that insightful evaluation, Toastmaster Sudharma. And my dear Toastmasters, my role in this meeting has come to an end. I hope you all enjoyed this message on our Tryst with intelligence as much as I enjoyed delivering this to such a wonderful audience. May I now ask Presiding Officer, Distinguished Toastmaster Nancy, to come onto the virtual stage and take this meeting to its conclusion. Thank you.
Thank you so much, our Toastmaster of the day. May we have a round of applause for all the role takers who took up stage today. That was quite an insightful session, interesting session that we had. And all thanks to our Toastmaster of the day, our General Evaluator, our Table Topic Master, TAGL team, speakers, evaluators, presiding officer, that's me, and Sergeant at Arms. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. In the meanwhile, may I request our Zoom moderator, Toastmaster Maanvi, to quickly launch the polls for rest of the roles. All right, as we are voting the best of the role takers for today's meeting, I would like to quickly go to our guests and hear it from them. What was the highlight of the meeting for them? A quick highlight. Let's start with Swati.
Well, whatever little, I thought of myself as a quick-witted person has all vanished after listening to this amazing, I would use the word menagerie of talents and wits. It has been fun, and it's also been a great learning session for me. I wish you all the best, and I would like to join in for more sessions in future.
Absolutely. You are always welcome. And thank you so much for sharing your quick highlight. Let's hear it from Shreya, Dr. Shreya Pradhan.
Okay. So thank you, Nancy. My highlight has been definitely the topic of the day, the tryst with intelligence, and the table topics revolving around the same topic. So yes, it was really thoughtful, and I mean it was engaging, the whole session, how it has been conducted. It has been a great experience and engaging experience for me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Shreya Pradhan, for your quick highlight. Our TMOD is already happy with your feedback. Thank you. Let's hear it from Harshit. I thought you have dropped off. Harshit, are you still in the meeting?
Yes, I am in the meeting.
All right, quick highlight from you.
Yeah, definitely I like to share something. I really love the meeting. I was just so amazed because I had also read a book which is based on EQ, IQ, and SQ, and I thought it adds something to my knowledge as well to know more about EQ and all the things those uh, TMOD has shared with us. It was a very enriching session. Also, I really love the speeches, and I got a chance to evaluate one of the good speech, I'll say. Overall, it was wonderful to listen all the table topics. I have to drop out in between to attend uh, a different meeting, but before I could go over there, it already ended. So that's because I really enjoyed it. I forgot that I have to attend that meeting. So kudos to you. You all are amazing people. It was wonderful experience. I would really love to join further as well in future. And thanks for having me.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Harshit, for joining our meeting today, and all the best for your district finals. All right, let's hear it from Mohanty Kaur.
Yes, I really love the structure, also the feedback that's given, and one really has to be, very engaging and also a good listener to be able to, share their views also. So quite insightful for me and enriching. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Mohanty, for sharing your quick feedback, quick highlight of the meeting. All right, anyone who's yet to share? Anita, we haven't heard from you in any of the sessions today. Anita, are you around? All right, I'll take silence as a no, and we'll move on to one of our members. Satish, you're joining this meeting for second or third time, probably. A quick highlight.
Oh, I thought the meeting was electrifying. This is actually not my second or third time. This is actually my first time as a member of the Gabbys Toastmaster Club. I was a visitor the last time. So as a member, I thought this was brilliantly conducted. The participants are all well prepared. Everybody's put in some effort before they started into this meeting. So all in all, that was a very well put together meeting with a very well informed group of people. So I loved it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And welcome as a member to the Gabbys. This is definitely your second meeting, one as a visitor and second as a member. Next, last but not the least, Sunil, Toastmaster Sunil. Always having you here as our guest. What's your feedback? Inconsistency, I would like to know.
You know, I know, everyone knows every meeting of the Gaby is outstanding. And today's meeting, why today's meeting is outstanding because today's TMOD, Satish Kannan, took the topic brilliantly and he presented the topic in a way that it showed that how much experience he is. He's a really what the word of the day? Quitted.
Quick-witted.
I forgot. Quick-witted. Quick-witted person. Definitely. That's why he took the topic in the intelligently. Yeah. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. As we are hearing from all our guests and a few of our members regarding their favorite role players for the today, let's see the polls. What our poll results say. Our poll results are ready. I'll start with the favorite role player, the main role taker for today. We had 3 role takers, our TMOD, our G, and table topic master. And for today's meeting, who takes a major part of the cake is Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Satish Kannan. Congratulations, Toastmaster Satish. Go down to you. Next, we have Auxiliary role takers. Amongst the auxiliary role takers, we had the first time timer, Toastmaster Abhishek Aditya. We had our Sergeant at Arms, our counter, Toastmaster Maanvi. Another Sergeant at Arms from different Gabbys club as Grammarian, Toastmaster Bimpy, and an experienced Toastmaster as listener, Toastmaster Sudharma. And the most favorite auxiliary role taker for today's meeting is our grammarian who talked about rhetorical devices, Toastmaster Bimpy Kumari. Congratulations, Toastmaster Bimpy. We will not have any polls for speeches since we had an icebreaker speech. This has been announced previously as well. We had 3 evaluators who qualified on time, and out of those 3 evaluators, strangely today all 3 evaluators were from different parts of the country, from different parts of the world, and no one from the Gabbys, external role takers. These 3 evaluators were Toastmaster Sadil Jayathilake, Toastmaster Harshit, and distinguished Toastmaster Lasantha de Silva. And the best evaluator, the favorite evaluator for today's meeting goes to Toastmaster Harshit. Congratulations, Toastmaster Harshit. Last but not the least, the much awaited poll results are for favorite TT speaker. We had quite a number of people attempting TT today. We had 8 table topics. All right, I can see a lot of votes segregated here and there. The best table topic speaker for today's meeting, who won just by 1 vote, is Toastmaster Harshit Kumawat. Congratulations, Toastmaster Harshit, once again. With this, I adjourn meeting number 48 of the Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club. I'll see you all on Thursday at 7 p.m. during our next meeting of the week. Have a great evening, great rest of your day if you are in US or Canada. Bye-bye, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. Good
Bye.
night.
Thank you.